Hello. Have you been feeling that there are too many times when you walk away from people or walk away from situations regretting that you haven't been more assertive? And perhaps there's a sinking feeling in the pit of your stomach of disappointment. Disappointment with yourself that you haven't spoken up and said what you really think or expressed how you really feel. Now, if you can relate to this, you are not alone. Because there are surveys that suggest up to 1 in 3 people report that they are not satisfied with their ability to be assertive. So what is it that could be holding us back? My name is Brian Carroll. I'm a psychologist by background, and for more than 20 years, one of the areas I've done a lot of work in is assertiveness skills training. And what I'd like to do over the next few minutes is explore with you not so much the communication skills that are needed for assertive behaviour, but instead the type of thinking and the type of outlook that is necessary to drive assertive behaviour. So often I've found that before someone can make a sustainable change to their behaviour, what they must first do is change their thinking. Now, unassertive behaviour, I've found, is often grounded on faulty thinking, erroneous belief systems. And often that can be traced back to an early upbringing where some people have been taught to become overly concerned with what others think of them. They have been given the message early in their life, they've been programmed with the belief system that they are responsible for ensuring that other people are happy, that they are responsible for ensuring that other people are pleased with and satisfied with and approve their actions. Now that's an incredibly limiting and disempowering belief system. And if you can relate to this, then one of the keys is rooting out this old programming and instead replacing it with an outlook that is based on respect for yourself. And part of that respect stems from recognizing that you have a right to speak up and say what you think, to express your ideas, your concerns, and your feelings. You have as much right as anyone else. Now, assertiveness is based on respect for self and respect for others. So, as long as you are expressing your thoughts and your feelings in a positive and constructive way, and as long as you respect the right of other people to express their thoughts and feelings, then you are being assertive. Now, there will be times when you might find yourself in disagreement with other people. Now, the old you from the early programming would have been confronted and threatened by the prospect of any disagreement and would have balked and shied away from it, fearful of disagreement, fearful of the risk of conflict, fearful of the risk of displeasing someone else. That's the old you. That's based on an outdated belief system. And what I'm suggesting to you here is to start recognizing that disagreement doesn't have to be unhealthy. That in any relationship, in the workplace or in a personal or family relationship, there'll be times of disagreement, and that's okay. Hopefully there'll be more basis for an agreement and shared ideals and common values and common goals than there are differences. But occasionally there will be differences that arise, and that's all right. So the outlook and the belief system that underpins assertive behaviour in this situation acknowledges that everyone has the right to their view, to their opinion, and to express their need, to express their preferences. And if you find that you and someone else are of a different view, then it's simply a matter of trying to see if there is a basis for an agreement. So, in closing, the key point that I hope you think about here is that your unassertive behaviour is probably a reflection of faulty thinking, and try and root out some of the belief systems that have been programmed into you many years ago that have caused you to be overly concerned about what other people think of you and overly concerned about keeping other people happy, overly concerned about avoiding any type of disagreement. And instead replacing that with an acceptance that you have as much right as anyone else to say what they think and express how they feel, as long as you do that positively, in a timely way and in a constructive way. Thank you for your time and giving me the opportunity to share some of my thoughts with you.